Why? Because when the farmer want to start their farming activity, but when they want to start it, the rainfall is not coming yet. And then when they want to stop it, and in the middle of the growing stage of crop, the rainfall become unpredictable, they're not coming or more coming. So that's why the rainwater harvesting seems to be beneficial way to face it. Next, let's start with the rainwater harvesting explanation. Rainwater harvesting explanation can be defined as the collection of runoff rainwater for domestic water supply, agriculture, and environmental management. So, actually, for rainwater harvesting system usually consists of three parts. First part is catchment area, can be rooftop or in the field, and then the reservoir. And the third part is the target area. And this picture is several pictures for around the world about the rainwater harvesting. Can be in the field or they use the rooftop as the catchment area and then flowing to the tank. Next, about on-farm reservoir. On-farm reservoir is one type of rainwater harvesting that we make reservoir in the middle of field, paddy field, or in the farming field. And then we collect the water from the catchment area, in the surround area, in the top area of the reservoir, and then flowing to the reservoir. And water in the reservoir, we use it for the farming activity. So it's called on-farm reservoir. But due to the capacity of on-farm reservoir, it cannot be relied for the dry season, during the dry season. But it can be relied for the break season time. So break season is 1 or 2 weeks with no rain in the rainy season. That time, because when the growing stage, crop growing stage, in the crucial time when no rain, but the crop need water, that time can use the water from the reservoir. Next, about research objective. I have to research about the economic feasibility of this project, the on-farm reservoir project. Second, research about farmers' interest, how the farmers has interest to install or to construct the on-farm reservoir on their paddy field. First, research has objective. First, analyze the highest income from 3 crops with 5 water treatment in paddy field that using water from on-farm reservoir. Next is analyze the economic feasibility of on-farm reservoir project for each crop. And then for the second research objective is analyze the farmers' interest on on-farm reservoir. I want to enter to the materials and method. So Gifu University and 11 Maret University are collaborating to make a project. It's called Rainwater Harvesting Project. We already make reservoir here. So this is belong to one farmers, and here is the catchment area. Catchment area a little bit higher than this position, this reservoir position. This reservoir size is 3 meter width and then 10 meter length and 2 meter depth. And this reservoir located in Central Java. Here the map you can see here. Next, about the water treatment. So we choose 3 crops here: rice, chili, and corn. Each crop was treated for 5 treatment, water treatment. First is 0% water treatment, 20% water treatment, and etc. And for each treatment was repeated for 5 times. So the repetition of each treatment is 5 times. And total area is 432.5 meters square. Next, this is the experiment map. You can see the yellow one is rice, and then that one is chili, and then the green one is corn. You can see here. So each treatment was repeated for 5 times with random placement. Next, I want to explain about how we calculate the water requirement for each water treatment. So we use ETC, evapotranspiration calculation. We use KC, crop coefficient approach. Crop coefficient approach was taken from FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization standard. And then for the ETO, reference crop evapotranspiration, was based on the meteorological data which we got from the agency in Indonesia. And then we calculate the ETO through this software. So CropWatt version 8, it's designed by FAO. Next, about the economic feasibility, materials and method in economic feasibility. First, about income. We calculate income based on all production in each crop and then all expense. Here the list of the expense. Each activity has different expense types and then has different unit. And then for the income, we calculated from the production multiplied with the price each crop. So for the price of each crop, we got it from the local price. Here is the price of each crop. And then for the net present value and internal rate return. So for the economic feasibility calculation, we use this calculation, net present value and internal rate return. For the net present value, so we use the net cash flow from this year until next year and 2 years ago until the end of the project that we consider. And then for the IRR, we use NPV equal with 0. Next, about the assumption. Throughout the whole project period of 5 years, the socio-economic and environmental condition would remain stable. The highest production commodity or crop is considered as being planted all over the considered area. The discount rate for NPV and IRR calculation is 10%. Next, for the materialized method for the research tool about the farmer interest. So the population is all farmers in Gondangrejo sub-district, and then we took 10 farmers as the respondent. We use questionnaire as the method to collect the data. And for the result and discussion. So for the experiment, we was conducted from April until July. So you can see here the water level in the reservoir was enough to get the water treatment for each crop. So because the rainfall, you can see here, the rainfall still coming that time. And actually this project was focused on the break season, to face the break season. But unfortunately that time, break season didn't coming. But we still continue it and to know the best way for this. And for the research and discussion for the water treatment, so for the water usage, water requirement for each crop, we use ETC calculation, evapotranspiration calculation, and for each crop has water usage different. So the most need water is rice, and the second one is chili, and then the third one is corn. You can see here, so this is the reservoir. We pump from here through the pipe, and then we got it in the middle of the field. We build supplementary reservoir to make easier the irrigation. So we pump to the supplementary reservoir here, and then we use it to watering the plant. And then next, the crop production. After the experiment finished, we got the crop production. And for the rice, the crop production, highest crop production is the 100% water treatment. And then for the chili, for the 0% water treatment. And then for the corn, the highest production is the 100% water treatment. Next, for the expense. For the on-farm reservoir, we spent 4 million Indonesian rupiahs. But we didn't consider it as the initial cost for the economic feasibility calculation because we assume that for on-farm reservoir cost, it will be subsidized or it is the aid from the other party. And then for the initial cost, we consider it from the pump cost. So pump is 1,850,000 Indonesian rupiahs was considered as the initial cost for the economic feasibility calculation. Next, for the shared expense. You know that in the rural area, for the farming activity, usually some activities is conducted from all farmer member. So it doesn't need expense. It's same with this experiment. Some activities were conducted together. So this is the shared expense, like the planting and then tillage and pump was conducted for all 3 crops together. We didn't divide it into each crop expense. And then for the rice expense was spent 400,000 Indonesian rupiahs, and then chili here and then corn here. So corn was the cheapest one for the expense because corn is the easiest one among these crops. And then for the income, because the highest production for rice is 100% water treatment, so also for the income, the highest income is 100% water treatment. And then for the chili is 0% water treatment, has highest income. And then for the corn, the 100% water treatment has the highest income. Next, about the net present value and internal rate return. So after we calculate the economic feasibility through this calculation, we got that if we plan rice for this project, we got it feasible. So rice is feasible for this project. If we plan rice for this project, it will earn benefit. It will get more income. And for chili also, it's feasible. Unfortunately, for corn, it's not feasible because the IRR less than 0.01%. Next, about the farmer interest. So after we interview some farmer, we got this result that 100% respondents really feel the climate change to the change of rainy season, unpredictable rainfall. And then the second one is 100% respondents feel break season in rainy season because break season is usually occur in Indonesia and all farmers feel it. And 100% respondents feel the break season influence the agriculture production because we cannot predict when the break season will occur. So when the break season occur in the crucial crop growing stage, it will make the production decrease. And then next is 90% respondent only wait the rain comes to face break season. So only wait, let it be. And then 90% respondent ever heard about on-farm reservoir because 80% respondent know near with that village there is big reservoir, big on-farm reservoir, so they know it as before it. And then 70% respondent just knew about on-farm reservoir after this project. So 70% respondent knew about this on-farm reservoir project after this project would be started. So when the extension, so the officer from 11 Maret University tried to offer this project, the farmer knew this project start from that time. And then 70% respondent on the purpose of on-farm reservoir, they answer for water supply. And then 90% respondents said that on-farm reservoir was useful for water supply. 90% respondent has interest to install on-farm reservoir for increasing their production. Next, 90% respondent will construct it if there is an aid, even not 100%, and aids that they hope are fund and education, but actually they hope to get financial for this project. So I will enter the conclusion. Rice and corn are better with 100% water treatment. These two crops can produce more with 100% water treatment, but for chili could produce more in 0% water treatment. Next, rice and chili are feasible. Unfortunately, corn is not. And the last one for the conclusion is, most of respondents are interested to install on-farm reservoir. They want to install it if there are aids for this project. Thank you very much for your kind attention.